This is the peak of purity culture, where they would say things to girls like, if I took a sucker and passed it around this room, by the time we got to the last person, no one would want it. That's how your body is, you know. And if you don't have your virginity, then you're damaged goods. And they would be getting married to Jesus and wearing white dresses. And so here I am with a baby on my head. Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, I will never be one of the good girls, ever.
Yeah.
I'll just never be one of the good girls. I lost. You never made me feel like you were ashamed of me. But I do think that I felt your disappointment.
Yeah.
And I mean, as a parent myself, if I just try to put myself in your shoes, I can experience that. But I think because we had such a close bond before I got pregnant, like I was the one who would be up in the morning. Right. I was the one who was like doing the business stuff and accounting and writing checks if you guys were out of town. Like we had just this bond. And I could feel the shift in our relationship after I got pregnant.
Wow.
But it didn't feel like this. It didn't feel like ashamed. It felt like disappointment.
Yeah, I admit that. I think it was disappointment, but it was unfair too, because I didn't really see you as a human. I saw you as a princess, a daddy's girl. Listen, this girl would stop. We'd be on the highway driving down 64. I was driving. She was too little. She would be sitting in the back seat and say, "Daddy, I'm cold." And I would pull over to the side of the road on the interstate and take my coat off and wrap around her. So that gives you some indication of the closeness that existed between us. And I think that closeness is the glue that cemented our relationship, whether ups or downs, because it had a foundation. That foundation might be shaken, but it doesn't crack, because if it starts out with a solidarity, it survives everything. We can talk and never open our mouth. We can look at each other and have a complete conversation across the table and nobody knows that we're having it. And I think it helped us to endure many of the things that came along the way. And I think a lot of times parents take it upon themselves to tell their children's story before they're ready emotionally to be able to handle it. And I wanted you to handle it in your own words and in your own language. I didn't know you were going to handle it while you were introducing me in front of about 20,000 people as we had Woman Our Loose at Lakewood.
I had my son Malachi at the age of 14.
By the way, when you got up on the stage and said that, I was like totally shocked.
I'm sure.
I was shocked.